What it do, Dog Pound? This your boy Stray, and I'm coming at you with another video. And today is a pretty cool day because guess what? It's story time. I'm going to tell you the story about my first situation, my first encounter with North Carolina before I actually came to North Carolina. So stay tuned. Yo, what it do, Dog Pound? So, as I promised, you know what I'm saying, today is story time. So, you're gonna get to hear me tell you my first experience, my first story, you know what I'm saying, in North Carolina when I first came here before the big town, before I moved here. Alright, so I'm gonna say, I don't remember what year it was, but I was about 19 years old. Okay? And alright, so I was on these phones. This is before, like, I ain't gonna say it's before chat lines came out, but it's like on the internet, but it's like before it was popular. Alright, so before chat lines was like really popular on the internet, people would go on phone, like these phone sex chat lines, you know what I'm saying, to meet each other. Okay, so I'm on one of those, talking to girls, and how it used to work, you know what I'm saying, like you'll leave messages. You leave messages for people, right? They'll check their message and then they'll hit you back if they was interested or whatever, right? So I'm talking to this one girl and she telling me she live in Asheville, North Carolina. Okay? So we chopping it up, we you know what I'm saying, we talking to each other, we sending messages back and forth, we end up exchanging numbers. Alright? So we exchange numbers, we talking to each other back and forth. And everything is going real swell, everything is going real good, okay? So I'm gonna say we talked, and she ended up telling me she was a nurse, and she was like saying how she was really just wanting a boyfriend that could move in with her and just be home, you know what I'm saying, and take care of home, because she already worked and made enough money, and she just wanted to do home, you know what I'm saying? She was a homebody, and she didn't really like clubbing. So a young dude, you know what I'm saying, me, I'm like, I can do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this, like, in the bag, right? So I'm like, this is easy, this is gonna be nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's me. That's me all day. A little young dude trying to come up, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta work, I ain't gotta do nothing, I can just hang out. Bad. So we get to talking a little bit more, she get to liking me, I get to liking her. So she like, why don't you know what I'm saying, why don't you do it, why don't you come down? Boom, say less, right? I pack up all my stuff. I packed up my little TV, my DVDs, all my clothes, everything, right? Box everything up, all my shoes. I get on the Greyhound and I come down to Asheville, North Carolina. All right, I owe my mom some money. I ain't gonna lie to you. I owed her like, I'm gonna say about $300 or $400, you know what I'm saying? I had that money and I just bounced with it. I just took it, right? She was mad. So she called her, I don't know how she ended up getting the girl number, but she ended up calling the girl and like just telling all my business, just telling everything, trying to mess everything up for me, you know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing, he a snake, he just stole my money, like everything. While I'm on the route there, I'm on the bus, you know what I'm saying? So I get there, okay? I get to the spot and everything is cool, but when the girl is not as cute as she has said she was over the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really exchange pictures. Like I said, it wasn't no camera phones, it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So this is my first time really seeing her. And she ain't look the way she told me she looked. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really tripped. I just was like, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? She ain't but ugly, you know what I'm saying? You know, it'd be cool, right? So, we hang out, we buy pizza. She told me my mom called and they had like a real long conversation. She was talking to me about that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it up to her, whoop, whoop. So, we get to talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm kissing on her, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get the mood, trying to get to know each other. She like, you know, slow down. We got, you know, we got plenty of time for this or whatever. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. So we orders pizza, you know what I'm saying? We eat pizza. And then she had to bounce over her mom's. Later on, okay, a little later on, she get a phone call. I picks up the phone, hello? It's a girl on the other line. She like, hey, what's up? Is DJ there? I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? She had to step out with her mom's or whatever. She like, oh, okay, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm Stray. You know what I'm saying? She like, okay. She was like, so how did y'all meet? I'm like, you know, we met on this little phone chat line, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and chopped it up or whatever. She's like, oh, okay. She was like, you was on there looking for women? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, okay. She was like, you ever seen her eat? And that's a weird question, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, eat? So I'm like, we just ate pizza. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, next time you see her eat, call me. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like really weirded out because that was like weird, you know what I'm saying? She hung up. So I forgot all about it, you know what I'm saying? Later on that night, you know what I'm saying? I'm kissing up on her and stuff, hugging up on her or whatever. And we fell asleep. Next day rolls around, you know what I'm saying? And she made a bomb breakfast. I'm talking about eggs, sausage, grits, OJ, the works, French toast. You know what I mean? She's like the works, right? So I'm still like bummed out by how she not fine as she like said she was, you know what I'm saying, over the phone. Like her voice was gorgeous, but her face just wasn't matching. So I'm still kind of bummed out about that, but I'm not gonna trip because like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, while I was thinking about that, I started thinking about her homegirl because her homegirl sounded fine on the phone. And then I was like, oh man, wait a minute. I get to talk to her, I get to call her. We eating breakfast right now, so all I gotta do is watch this chick eat, and then I get to call her friend, right? I'm like, damn, I'm about to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at her eat, we eating. I'm eating, she eating, I'm looking at her eat. I'm not seeing nothing. I'm like, okay, she eating, what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? She eating, I'm eating, she eating, I'm eating. Next thing you know, I glance over. She grabbed the OJ. I glance over. She took a couple of good swigs. I instantly jumped up, ran into the bathroom, slammed the door, crying uncontrollably. Okay? I'm crying uncontrollably. And you know, like when a kid get a whooping, like when a kid get a real good whooping and they snot nose and they can't breathe, they like, like that's how I'm crying, okay? I called my mama. I grabbed the phone, I called my mama. She answers the phone with an attitude, because you remember I took that money, right? She answers the phone with an attitude like, what? And I'm like, Ma, I need, you know what I'm saying? She like, what? She like, I can't hear you. What is you? She like, what is you talking about? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I couldn't talk. You know what I'm saying? So finally I get it out like I need to come home. And she like, why? Why should I let you come home? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get it out. I'm like snotting, crying, slobbing. I'm like, please, I'm so sorry, please, I need to come home. So she was like, fine. She was like, you can come home. What's up? I just broke out. I said, Ma, it's a man. Like, nah. It was a dude. I swear to God, I saw the Adam's apple. When she drunk the orange juice, I saw the Adam's apple go up and down. I started freaking out. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, I'm like, I'm about to go jack this dude up, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about to go down. But then I started thinking, I'm in North Carolina, all my family in Michigan. I don't know nobody. Like, I need to play this cool or else I'm gonna jack myself up. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so many things running through my head. I'm super pissed. And I'm like super pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this can't be life right now. Like, this is not life right now, right? So I calms myself down. I guess I woosahs. You know what I'm saying? I woosahs. So she like, I can come home. You know what I'm saying? So I still got a little bit of that money left. I go out in the living room. I'm like, babe, I was just crying, talking to my mama. She's like, I heard you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? I'm like, my mama made me feel so bad. You know what I'm saying? She had me crying like how I treated her. You know what I'm saying? I got to make things right with my mama before I can start a relationship with you. And she like, I totally agree. Like, I totally understand. Like, you mama first. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let me go home. Let me get things right with my mama. And I'm going to be right back. So she like, of course, you know what I'm saying? So we call up the Greyhound, we get me a ticket back home. Her mama, his mama ended up taking me to the Greyhound, you know what I'm saying? I goes to the Greyhound, I never looks back. Never looks back. But that was just a situation that I'll never forget. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was pissed, and this ain't nothing against transgender, transsexual, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problems with people who your sexuality or what you choose to do. It was just, I got tricked. You know what I'm saying? And I felt real messed up about it. Like, I was real pissed, but I mean, it is what it is. It happens to people, you know what I'm saying? But it was a situation where it could have went bad. You know what I'm saying? It could have went bad. That's why I do want to say, like, if you out there like that, like, just be honest with people. Like, just be honest with people. Let them know off the gate what it is. And if they with it, they with it. If they not, they not. But then you won't be putting yourself in a dangerous situation, because you don't know how people react to stuff like that. I ended up, I didn't do nothing physical. You know what I'm saying? I got mad for a second, but I just played it cool, and I went home, and I went on about my business. But what if I would have got so mad I would have killed it? You know what I'm saying? Killed him. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying, it would have been another situation. So just don't put yourself in dangerous situations like that. Always let people know what it is, from the beginning. And you know what I'm saying? That's my story time. That's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Before I came to North Carolina, when I first moved to North Carolina, I moved to Statesville. Before I first came to North Carolina, I came to North Carolina and went to Asheville. And that was my Asheville story. And every time I tell people, they're like, Asheville known for craziness. And I'm like, I'm from Michigan, like, I ain't know. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. That's my story. I got more to come, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep them rolling. So please don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Alright, because I want you to join the Dog Pound. We have all kinds of fun, all kinds of great videos. Plus, I'm going to be doing giveaways and stuff like that, so I don't want you to miss out. Also, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. That's how I know you like my videos. You want them to keep coming. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you think about my craziness. Let me know what you think about my story. And hit that bell, because I want you notified every time I drop fresh new content. Be easy, Dog Pound.
It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.